I ordered a warranty. I think it was $11. So I had trouble with the chop saw. Piece broke about 3 years later. So here I am holding my warranty. It took me 11 people
To finally get what you.
to finally get some attention.
Yeah.
So finally, I sent a, um, what they call it, registered letter
Oh, okay.
to the president of the company. So he has his attorney or somebody called me on the phone. I said, I got all the names of all the people. I'm looking at it. Can't get satisfaction. He was pissed. Jeez. Are you kidding? He said, well, if you'll pack it up and ship it back. I said, you know what it's like taking a chop saw and trying to wrap it? He said, okay, I'll issue a pickup. So he issues a pickup. Within 24 hours, I had a new one. Oh, with a new warranty. Geez, I had that thing, I must have had it for 7 years. Nothing's happened to it. I don't know why. I mean, wouldn't you think that Harbor Freight, for 7 years, would break?
Here, we found one of these. Is this the one you made for you or me?
Where did you find it?
This was in the cabinet in your office. But I don't think this is the one you made for me. I can take it.
No, because of these pictures,
Yeah, this
these
was.
will go to Nathan.
Yeah, this wasn't the one for me.
No, I got another one for you.
I don't know where that is.
I'll look tomorrow. Here's Byrne when he was Vietnam. You recognize these guys?
Yep.
Lou,
There's Harry.
Harry, Nate.
I want to look through that too. In case I haven't seen any of those, I'll.
Yeah,
There's your wedding day.
yeah. You know what?
I think I remember that picture. That was taken at your house, then, wasn't it?
If I can find it,
Yeah.
I'll give you this.
All right. Well, yeah. I can take both of them just for safekeeping. I'll give you the slides roll.
Old Bob Hope.
Well, he lived to be 100.
Yeah. There's another album.
So this goes to Nate. Do you want me to ship this to Nate?
No, this go right to you.
All right, I can get it to Nate.
There's an old girlfriend of mine. Do you remember John Bernstein's wife, Nancy?
Yeah. Is your sister?
Is Nancy Bernstein's wife, sister. Boy, there's some old memories. This is Johnny Carson's first wife.
Really? In your kitchen?
You ever see Johnny Carson's first wife?
No.
She is right there.
What was she doing in Bloomington?
She came to Bloomington to visit her sister, whose husband was on staff at ISU.
There's Nate's.
So while she was there, we had a Friends of the Arts party, and she came to the party. And she was a bit, here's my father. Yeah, some of these will probably go to Nate. So while she was here at the party, I was single, and so we hooked up.
Oh, there you go.
And she's a very nice gal. So I saw her once, that was it. She was off and running to Hollywood.
She didn't remember you after she met the king of late nights.
Would she remember me?
No, I mean she didn't remember you after she met Johnny Carson. She didn't drop Johnny
No,
to
no,
go
she
back
was
to you.
married to John.
Oh, okay, but not at the time that you.
And then she got
Okay.
divorced.
Oh, okay,
from
I
him.
got you. All right. And then you met her. Okay.
And then years later, I met her
Right.
in Bloomington.
Right. Okay.
She's related to this woman.
Yeah.
And then she stayed a couple of days.
This is when you lived in the apartment up on Riley
yeah.
and Bradley. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'll be back in about 4 weeks, and we can go through that office if you want.
Yeah.
The papers, and the slides, and the photos.
I'll get rid of a lot of stuff. What I'm going to do is what I wanted to do was first make the transition of that bed.
Yeah,
I
we'll
can't
do
get
that
out of
tomorrow.
bed.
Yeah.
Get rid of all the stuff in the garage, so we'll go to
We'll have the bed
someone
put in
useful.
there.
And then I'm going to go through my closet, whittle this thing down. The toys are going, and
Do you think someone's going to take over the toy, or am I going to erase the Facebook page when you're?
I'll let you know. I'll know in a couple.
I'm not
of
going to do anything yet, but you'll.
I'm going to
okay.
have a meeting a week from Monday.
But you sent out that email. No one responded and expressed interest. I think you know what's going to happen. It's probably gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't care.
Yeah, I know you don't care. I'm just saying. Okay, all right.
But we are working.
And maybe that's good. It was yours, and it lives with you, and it dies with you. So yeah,
The person who takes it over
yeah,
has to have the same passion that I
yeah,
have.
yeah. And that's not okay. All right. You don't think that's good? Okay.
Oh, that's going to happen.
Yeah. Maybe that's for the best.
What happens, you know? All this good stuff comes to an end.
Yeah.
I was telling Cindy when I sold my sailboat,
Yeah.
I walked up the dock, walked away.
And your Mustang and.
When I threw my skis away,
Yeah.
took them to Salvation Army,
Yeah.
I walked up the trail, walked away.
Yeah.
I'm giving my lathe is going on a truck. I had fun with it. I got some bowls.
And I think you would enjoy.
Well, I'm
Jordy.
gonna. Tim will teach me, and I probably will look into the woodworking
Are you a
classes.
turner, Tim?
Yeah, I started woodworking when I was back in 1979. When I
Oh.
was in high school.
Few
I think
weeks
you
ago.
would enjoy that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I'm glad to have
And
all
then I
those
did metal
tools.
turning when I was in,
Hey.
used a metal turning lathe in
Now, do you
college.
have one of your
I
dad's
was
bowls?
in woodworking.
Well,
here.
when you were in the other room, I said all I would want is
So-
things he made with his hands, and he said bowls.
How the hell did I get into wood
So
turning?
what you don't want,
Oh.
but we don't want to take anything
A
you
lot
want.
of people
so.
who were in woodworking.
I'm going to want to keep some of
Yeah,
his
that's
bowls.
right. Yeah,
Of course
I'm
he
not.
would turn.
I'm not
But
taking
you can
Because we had a
certainly have
room
a few.
yeah, even one or two.
Great legs.
Yeah. Are they very fragile? They're
So-
clay, right? So.
No, I'm coming
Okay.
off.
Okay.
One summer
All right,
I
can you bring one in here
decided-
because I'm manning the
Oh,
camera?
what the hell? I'll teach
I'm
myself.
sorry.
Okay, that's all right.
So I put an ad in.
Or we can look tomorrow,
Craigslist
Cindy. But I would like what? But believe me, you
And,
keep what you want.
for a lathe. I didn't want to spend much money because if I didn't like it, you can really get tied up in that stuff.
Oh, yes.
So a guy calls me from Williamson Valley. My name is so and so. He said, my boss has a lathe. So he said, okay. So I drove out to see it with a friend of mine who was a turner.
Whatever.
Right.
Yeah, but Cindy, I don't want to take anything
So we
you
go
want.
out there. So this guy in Williamson Valley,
or I'll always have them, and you can have them back if you want. Yeah.
he has his own airport,
I mean, it's not like I'm not going to see you again. So.
own runway.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got
3 big houses
I have
built on
some
the property.
ideas.
Okay.
I
All right.
just-
But you don't need to.
Hassle.
I don't have to leave here
Attached
with.
to some
Yeah,
of them.
I don't have to leave here with him Thursday.
So he says, "You want that lathe over there?" I don't know anything about lathes. So my buddy looked at it. He says, "Yeah." He says, We just picked it up from Chicago last week. We're not gonna use it. So he says, you can have it. And he has some really garbage tools from Harbor Freight, you can imagine.
Yeah.
So we brought the lathe home, I stuck it in the garage, and this guy who lived just a mile down the road gave me some turning lessons. And then in the fall, the college hired a guy from Phoenix who was a production turner to teach turning. This guy could turn 50 salad bowls a day.
Jeez.
Yeah. So anyhow, I did as much teaching as I could myself during the summer. I really loved it. And then the fall, I took his class, which wasn't worth much because how you gonna learn to turn from a guy that does 50 a day?
Yeah.
So anyhow, then in the fall, I took another class. I really like turning. And so I got wood from different places, oddball wood. And I turned up until this summer. Couldn't turn anymore, so okay, that's over. But turning is something magical. What is it about turning that's magic? I mean, you look at the clock, it's just 1 o'clock. The next time you look at it, it's 5 o'clock. What is it? You immerse yourself.
Yeah, it's the art of creation. It's something from nothing.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so. It's being satisfied with being able to do something
Yeah.
so simply, but it's
I had
very
bowls
eloquent.
blowing down the street.
Yeah, it's very
I had
eloquent.
bowls blowing in half. I never found them.
Precision craftsmanship is almost like an art form of, like choreographed art. If you have the rhythm and it's almost a dance,
Yeah,
a lot of
it really
just like
is.
Scott in his photography. It's he's gotten to a point where he knows exactly how to position the light and position the
Yeah.
subject, and it's there's a lot to it. Once you master something, it's very fascinating to see also how far you can push yourself and to actually see what you can't do.
Yeah. There was an instructor at the Yavapai College who taught how to teach a bowl so thin the light would come through.
Right. Yeah.
So I went to his first class. I realized I didn't belong in there. But I'm sitting in his first class, and he's selling this. Okay, I'm gonna teach you how to make a bowl so thin the light's gonna come through. He said, now the first thing we have to do is build partitions between the lathes. He didn't have partitions. So he says, we're not going to turn anything till we get partitions. So some guy raises his hand. He says, why would you build partitions between your lathes? So this guy says, until we get the partitions, I can't tell you. But after I show you, you're going to know why. Okay? So he builds these partitions. I mean, you can't see the next person, right? Where they have a mask on. So he stands there, he says, okay, now I'm going to show, this is second class, now I'm going to show you why we build partitions. Takes this honker piece of wood, puts it on the lathe. He takes it, when it was done, he says, we haven't started yet. So he takes this thing and he puts his spotlight on it, okay, zip, and that thing blew in probably 8 to 10 pieces throughout the room.
Yeah.
And everybody's just sitting there. "Peter," he says, "you're going to take wood and you're going to push it until you think that you're done. And then," he said, "you're going to start." I was never so impressed in my life. I'll never forget that. So he takes this piece of wood and then he starts turning until that light is just shimmering through. And we're,
Yeah, it's amazing to see that sort of.
but it is, I think turning, and if you want to stop, you stop, you come back another day.
He spent many an hour out there in the garage, turning his little heart out.
And I remember driving down the street and thinking, that's a funny looking something. And I get it way down and say, geez, that's the half of that bowl that blew out yesterday. Yeah.
Do you miss all that, or who cares, or what? I mean, you did that,
I miss it, but
and the
as I was telling
jewelry.
you this afternoon,
Yeah,
that the joy over the years to me has been in getting involved in something,
yeah,
okay? I don't have to, I was never great at anything, but the fact is that I can see somebody turning a bowl in a lathe, I can see him turning it on clay, I can see what the guy is going through with his special tools on a lathe. I can relate to what this guy is thinking. Now, I don't have to do it, because I don't know how to do it well, but if I were to walk up to a guy who's turning on a lathe, I could understand, I have a mental mindset with him. Mental mindset. And that's all I ever look for in anything. I was never a great skier, but when I see a guy at a head wall,
Shoot.
I'm thinking, okay, he's looking at the slope. I'm gonna look at that slope. And we have the same mindset. He's gonna go like the wind. I'm just gonna enjoy watching him perform his art. Like that. I was telling Cindy, the only thing I didn't do during my lifetime, I always wanted to ride a motorcycle. Feel the wind go by. I never ride a motorcycle. But I didn't do it all.
yeah.
I sailed. A lot of people didn't sail. Did a lot of stuff. Somebody else's turn.
Yeah.
Somebody else's turn.
Want some ice cream?
No thanks.
One of the fun memories that Your dad
you want some
has.
honey on that?
of you guys is when we took you skiing.
Yeah, I have a lot of nice pictures, and yeah. Do you
You know-
remember going snow skiing to, where was Brule? Where was that?
Oh, Brule is up in central Illinois.
Oh, really? Okay, alright.
But when I was in Banff, Canada, I went up to Banff, Canada.
Yeah.
The best skiing.
With the
Oh,
ski club or what? Yeah.
It's one of the best ski resorts in the world.
Well, when I was a member of the ski club, there was an announcement made that anybody who wanted to go to Banff, Canada, there was going to be a plane